I respect your opinion. With regard to my comments before, I'm not sure, it might have been Adam that mentioned it. My comments with regard to the committee of petitioners and the fact that they hadn't been in the city that long. I recognize people who have been in the city for quite some time, Marge included, had signed the petition. I was trying to attempt to give you my thought process as to how I went through my thoughts that the Charter Study Commission was the way to go, and that was a better avenue for all of us to educate ourselves about the different forms of government. That's all. Tommy? I'm doing great.
Thomas Peoples, 41 Loughbury Avenue. I would like to thank the petitioners because they opened my eyes up to a few things. Jerry McCardle came around my house. He was talking to me about the wards, explaining to me how it would benefit the city. At the time, I never gave it much thought. And then the more I thought about it, I've been involved in crime watch groups for over 10 years. And I never saw any of the city council people come to any of the meetings. Maybe Jimmy Cook might have came a time or two. So I started thinking that the city council people don't really come out and communicate with the people in the city. We have no way to actually even talk to them. Just about 2 months ago, I noticed on the city's website, they finally got an email address. You can email the city council. But before then, there was no way to contact them. So I feel as though that they were totally disconnected from the city. That's why I got involved and ran for Democratic committeeman. Now, as far as your proposal, this is like the 11.5 hour. I mean, the court case is Friday. I mean, there's no way really that we can make a decision today anyway. I think that after the meeting is over with, after your meeting is over with, we can sit down and talk about it. But I expect that we're going to reject it. Because there's just not enough time to really halt the court process. These young people have put so much work and effort into what we think would be a better way for the city to be governed, by a city council in each ward that would be accountable to the people who live in that ward. Now, in the 4th ward, we won 9 out of 10 committee seats.
Yes, you did.
All right. And I can tell you from going around, talking to people, they want wards in the 4th ward. Now, where you live at, you're out there with 2 other city council people, and they're probably pretty content. Because I'm pretty sure that you guys take care of things out there. I'm serious about that. I mean, you got the mayor, you got 2 city council people, and from talking to city workers, they tell me that they give you guys special attention.
Well,
when you talk to
let me tell you, if they give me special treatment, I wish I knew what it was.
Saying, but they make sure, I mean, if I was working in the city and the mayor lived in a certain area, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to take care of your area probably more than others. So what I'm saying is that I don't think that halting the litigation on Friday is going to happen. I support talking about this, the public meetings. So my question to you, even if the litigation isn't halted,
even if what?
On Friday, the court case, so like if we decide the court case should go on, or do you still want to have these public meetings?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would suggest the following, and I understand that those people who are in favor of and deeply committed to a ward-based system may not be movable, and I'm not even suggesting they should be movable. That's the beauty of the democracy and the different thoughts that people can have as to the best method of governing ourselves. But I would ask that you give some thought to whether or not the particular form of government. I mean, the reason why I raised those questions in my remarks wasn't because I was criticizing. It was because I wanted people to think about it. Now, if I'm in the 4th ward and you live in, and let's assume for discussion's sake, the 4th ward remains the 4th ward. It won't, but let's just discuss it. And you live in Lincoln Gardens. Well, George Dawson on the other side of the tracks, literally, closer towards Livingston Avenue, towards the end of that fourth, well, you know, in the halfway between the high school and downtown, he's in the same ward, not in the same neighborhood. Now, you would have one person that would represent both of you. Assume he's from Lincoln Gardens, he's not from George's neighborhood. Assume he's from George's neighborhood, he's not from your neighborhood. He or she may very well pay more attention to your needs because they have a smaller area to look at. My concern with the six-ward system, and again, it's only one man's opinion, is I only get to vote for that one person and 3 at-large people. So there are potentially 4 people to do my bidding. It's less than a majority of the entire council. Some people may feel very comfortable with that. Some people may think that, you know, wards will get along together and they'll arrange things and have things happen. I can tell you that that's not always the case, and that sometimes the way it happens is 2 wards make their deals together to go forward. But I would feel, me personally, knowing that I only have one person that I get to vote for, because the other the 3 at large are going to go with the majority's bidding. If I only have one person to vote for, and particularly if that person disagrees with me, I got nowhere to go. So you might find wards are the absolute way to go, but maybe being able to vote for a majority of the people who serve on the council might be a better alternative. Again, if you're set on 6, I'm not going to try to persuade you, Tommy. I'm not going to try to persuade anybody who's got their mind absolutely set. But think about it, and if you don't think that has any merit, then continue down the course that you're going. That's fine by me. Yes. Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Michelle Velasquez. I'm from Ward 6, District 2.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. I'm just going to say be patient with me. I'm not good at speaking in public. Just off of what you were saying, and he was saying, one, about the wards working together. I think Eon itself and this past primary election shows that wards can work together, and it's not as though you stay in the one ward. I know people...
It's a possibility, yeah.
Volunteers as well as candidates would go to other people's wards and neighborhoods and canvass to help get, you know, the vote out, and just to get people registered to vote. We registered so many people to vote actually since like fall for the last presidential election. Another thing I would say is you're concerned about someone from one neighborhood not getting like someone from their neighborhood because someone else from another neighborhood in the same ward will get elected. Well, right now we have, you know, that large people, you know, the city council at large, and I think the push for wards is because they feel like they're very, very, you know, underrepresented, and the, you know, having wards, why they may not be perfectly represented, I think they feel they have a better chance of being represented with wards as opposed to at-large city council that we've had for so long. And obviously there's been a push for wards in the past, as people have shown. Also, I just wanted to make a comment. If you really want to get a community dialogue going, you should really have a Hispanic translator. I mean, New Brunswick has a huge Hispanic population, and I think it's horrible that you don't have a Hispanic translator. The least you could do, at least for this meeting, maybe get what your proposal and speech was in newspapers in Spanish. Like, that would be, like, obviously a great thing to do, because
Very good.
most of New Brunswick is, you know, there's a strong Hispanic population that definitely does not feel like they have a
Great.
voice.
Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. Yes, Jim.
I've heard a clause here from